Have you ever wondered why some people rise to incredible wealth while others stay stuck, even when they work just as hard? It's not luck, it's not magic, it's mindset. Jim Rohn once said, "Your mind is the gateway to prosperity." Today, we're unlocking that gateway together, because the difference between living in scarcity and thriving in abundance is hidden inside your thoughts. Watch till the end, because one shift today could change your financial future forever. Let's step into the mindset of wealth, where opportunity multiplies, generosity grows, and success isn't just possible. It's inevitable. Wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your mindset. Before abundance shows up in your life, it must first live in your thoughts. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. Wealthy thinking creates wealthy living. 1. Recognizing scarcity thinking. Scarcity whispers in a subtle, almost seductive tone. There's not enough. It seeps into the edges of your thinking like a fog, blurring possibilities and convincing you that life is a battlefield of limited resources where only a chosen few get to win. Abundance, on the other hand, speaks with clarity and conviction. There's more than enough. It challenges the default programming that many of us inherit from our upbringing, society, or difficult past experiences. The moment you catch yourself saying things like, "I can't afford it," "It's too risky," "People like me never succeed," or "This is just how life is," you are witnessing scarcity thinking in action. It's not just a mindset, it's a filter that colors every decision you make. Scarcity shuts doors before you even walk up to them. It limits your imagination, shrinks your courage, and convinces you that dreaming big is naive or irresponsible. It tells you that the world is fixed, opportunities are few, and success is for others. Wealthy, empowered, and forward-thinking individuals don't let scarcity control them. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," they ask, "How can I afford it?" Instead of saying, "This is too risky," they ask, "What would make this possible?" Instead of saying, "Someone like me can't do this," they ask, "Who must I become to achieve this?" That shift, from shutting down to opening up, is the foundation of abundance. Awareness is your first and most important step to freedom, because you cannot break a mental pattern you cannot see. Scarcity thinking often disguises itself as practicality, realism, or even humility, but in truth, it anchors you to fear and keeps you small. Once you learn to recognize its voice, you can begin to challenge it. Every time the scarcity voice rises, pause. Ask yourself, is this statement a fact, or is it a belief I've unconsciously accepted? More often than not, it's the latter. Scarcity is an inherited script, not a universal truth. Abundance begins the moment you choose to rewrite it. When your mind shifts from protecting limitations to exploring possibilities, you reclaim authority over your life. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles and solutions where others see dead ends. Recognizing scarcity thinking isn't about shame, it's about illumination. It's about noticing the invisible force that has been shaping your choices and deciding that you're no longer willing to live confined by its rules. Once you see scarcity for what it is, a mental habit, not a destiny, you are free to choose a new pattern. And that choice opens the door to every form of wealth: financial, emotional, creative, and spiritual. 2. Practicing gratitude and generosity. True wealth isn't measured by what you possess, it's measured by your capacity to appreciate, to share, and to elevate others. Gratitude is the quiet power that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, turning simple moments into blessings and challenges into stepping stones. People who live in abundance understand that gratitude is not something you practice only when life is smooth. It's a discipline that strengthens your emotional resilience and expands your sense of possibility. When you appreciate what you have, you signal to your mind, and to the universe, that you recognize the value already present in your life. This recognition creates a fertile ground for more good to arrive. Generosity grows from the same soil. It is the outward expression of an inward belief that life is rich, that resources flow, and that giving does not diminish you, but multiplies you. Scarcity clings tightly, fearing loss, hoarding, and guarding everything. Abundance releases freely, knowing that what you give away is never gone. It simply circulates. Give when you can, and not only financially. Give encouragement, give wisdom, give kindness, give time, give empathy. Support someone's dream, offer guidance to someone lost. Share a resource that helped you grow. These acts are not small. They reinforce the identity of someone who believes in expansion rather than limitation. When you give, you create a vacuum that abundance rushes to fill. And yet generosity is not about impressing others or seeking recognition. It's about aligning yourself with a principle larger than personal gain. Gratitude and generosity form a powerful cycle. Gratitude fills your heart with appreciation, and generosity expresses that appreciation outwardly. Together, they reposition your mindset from, "I don't have enough," to, "I have more than enough to share." This inner shift changes how you move through the world. You stop comparing yourself to others and start acknowledging how far you've come. You stop waiting for big achievements to celebrate your life and start seeing beauty in small daily victories. Gratitude elevates your emotional state, and generosity elevates your spiritual state. Wealthy thinkers know that energy precedes outcome. The feeling of abundance comes before the material proof. Practicing gratitude each day, listing blessings, reflecting on progress, acknowledging growth, conditions your mind to expect good. Sharing your gifts conditions your life to attract more good. In this way, gratitude and generosity are not moral duties. They are abundance technologies. They expand your capacity to receive because they expand your belief that there is always enough and always more coming. 3. Expecting abundance, not luck. Wealthy people don't sit around hoping for luck because luck is unpredictable, unstable, and unrepeatable. They expect abundance not as blind optimism, but as a logical result of discipline, learning, perseverance, and faith in their ability to shape their own future. Abundance isn't an accident. It is the outcome of consistent, intentional actions aligned with a vision. When you expect abundance, you start showing up differently. You invest in your skills, you take strategic risks, you embrace failure as data, and you keep moving forward even when results aren't immediate. Expecting abundance means believing that opportunities are already in motion, that unseen forces are aligning in your favor, and that your efforts are building momentum even when you can't yet see the outcome. It means trusting that life expands in proportion to your willingness to grow. When someone waits for luck, they relinquish their power. They become passive, reactive, and dependent on circumstances. But when someone expects abundance, they act as co-creators of their destiny. They understand that fortune favors the prepared mind, the mind that studies, practices, refines, and remains ready to seize the moment when opportunity appears. Expecting abundance is not delusion. It is a mental strategy rooted in possibility rather than limitation. It turns fear into curiosity and doubt into determination. It transforms the unknown from a threat into a playground of potential. When you believe that abundance is coming, you stop sabotaging yourself. You stop settling. You stop shrinking. You start building habits that align with the person you want to become. You wake up earlier, you plan smarter, you focus better, you give more effort, you develop more courage. You stop waiting for the perfect moment because you know that the moment you act is the moment you create momentum. Abundance-thinking people understand that external rewards are simply reflections of internal beliefs. Success isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you expect, prepare for, and grow into. When you carry yourself as someone destined for expansion, you attract mentors, opportunities, and resources that match that identity. Every seed you plant, every effort, every sacrifice, every lesson becomes a magnet for greater possibilities. Expecting abundance means holding faith in the process and in your ability to rise. It means walking with confidence even before results appear. It means trusting that life responds not to desperation, but to conviction. And when you expect abundance long enough, you discover the truth. The world opens to those who believe it will. 4. Sharing to multiply. Scarcity creates the illusion that what you have must be guarded fiercely, that every gain someone else makes somehow diminishes your own. It whispers that resources are limited, that opportunities are rare, and that generosity is naive. But abundance operates on a completely different frequency. It recognizes that value is not a static reservoir, but a flowing river, one that grows in strength the more it moves. When you share ideas, knowledge, insight, or connections, you do not lose the value you had. Instead, you expand it by placing it into a system that amplifies what you contributed. A mentor becomes wiser by teaching. A leader becomes more influential by empowering others. An innovator becomes more creative by exchanging perspectives. Sharing is not subtraction, it is multiplication. This is why those with abundant mindsets rise quickly in life. They understand that influence deepens when it is distributed, not when it is hoarded. They know that a community aligned around shared growth becomes a force far greater than any individual effort. When you introduce two people who can benefit each other, you create an alliance that may blossom into opportunities far surpassing anything you could have engineered alone. When you offer guidance to someone who is struggling, you foster loyalty, gratitude, and shared success that may return to you in unexpected ways. When you contribute openly to your environment, your team, your relationships, your craft, you create a culture where generosity is the norm and collaboration becomes the natural engine of progress. The wealthy, in spirit and in resources, do not think in terms of fixed pies or limited slices. They understand that the pie itself expands as more people bring their energy, talent, and vision to the table. To share is to plant seeds in many soils, knowing that some will bloom in your garden, some in the gardens of others, and some in places you may never see, but all contribute to the flourishing of the ecosystem you inhabit. Sharing transforms isolation into connection, competition into cooperation, community into currency. When you make people around you stronger, wiser, more capable, and more confident, you indirectly strengthen the environment that shapes your own future. This is why true leaders lift others. They are investing in ground that they themselves will walk upon. To embrace abundance is to trust that every act of giving initiates a ripple that eventually finds its way back, often in forms more powerful than you imagined. Opportunities, friendships, alliances, resilience, and reputation. When you share value, you signal to the world that you are operating from fullness, not fear. And fullness attracts fullness. The more you circulate value, the more you become a magnet for it. In this way, sharing becomes a form of influence that compounds with time, an ever-growing network of goodwill, collaboration, and opportunity. Abundance does not simply reward those who contribute, it transforms them. It shapes them into individuals who understand that their impact multiplies in direct proportion to their willingness to uplift others. Sharing is not merely generosity, it is strategy, philosophy, and power. 5. Seeing opportunity everywhere. Most people navigate the world as if opportunity were a scarce, elusive resource, hidden behind locked doors or reserved for the exceptionally lucky. Yet an abundant thinker sees the opposite. Opportunity is everywhere, woven into challenges, disguised within frustrations, planted in the soil of setbacks, and present in every interaction, failure, or inconvenience. The only difference between those who find opportunity and those who miss it is the lens through which they view experience. When you train your mind to ask empowering questions, what can I build here? What can I learn from this? How could this become an advantage? You activate a cognitive machinery designed to detect hidden potential. Problems cease to be obstacles and instead become invitations to innovate. Delays become moments to refine strategy. Competition becomes proof that value exists. Even rejection becomes redirection toward paths better aligned with your strengths. The abundant mindset understands that the world is overflowing with openings for those who are willing to look beyond surface appearances. A broken system is an opportunity for invention. A common frustration is an opportunity for service. An unmet need is an opportunity for entrepreneurship. A difficult person is an opportunity for mastery of patience, communication, and negotiation. Every single day, life presents countless small windows where awareness and creativity can spark breakthroughs. The key is not to wait for ideal conditions, but to cultivate the habit of asking, how can this serve me? How can I transform this? When you begin to recognize that the world is not fixed but fluid, that circumstances can be shaped, problems can be redesigned, and constraints can become catalysts, you stop feeling like a passive participant and start acting like a creator. Opportunity is not something outside of you. It begins with perception. Two people can look at the same challenge. One sees a dead end, the other sees fertile ground. One complains about what is missing, the other sees what is possible. One retreats, the other builds. When you adopt an abundant perspective, you start noticing that life is constantly offering you raw material, conversations that spark ideas, failures that teach precision, barriers that strengthen resolve, and uncertainties that push you toward reinvention. Even the smallest shift in perspective can uncover an opening where none appeared before. A crowded market proves there is demand. A personal weakness signals where to grow. A financial limitation encourages resourcefulness. A setback creates space for a better direction. The abundant thinker trains their attention not on what is lost, but on what is available. Not on what is broken, but on what can be improved. Not on what is ending, but on what can begin. When you master this way of seeing, you become unstoppable, not because obstacles disappear, but because each one becomes raw material for advancement. Opportunity does not belong to the lucky, it belongs to the perceptive, the adaptive, and the courageous. The world is rich with possibilities, waiting for the observer who has eyes to see them. Your life grows in the direction of your thoughts. Choose abundance. Practice gratitude. Share freely. Expect greatness. See opportunity. Because when your mind shifts, your world shifts. And remember, wealth starts not with money, but with mindset. Focus on abundance, and abundance will find you.